I really want to talk about at a great length about our weapon procurements, the procurement of fighter jets and this anti-aircraft systems, our defense systems. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what is our indigenous capability when it comes to making the weapons, and also how much can we innovate. The most, I think, we are good in missile systems. We are making good missile systems. Take for example BrahMos. BrahMos is good, like it is super good. It is fantastic actually. We had this understanding with Russians. We colluded with them, and then we made this one of the best missiles that you can find anywhere on the planet Earth. That is fine. The problem is, the problem that we have is of the fighter jets, and that is the problem which we are not able to resolve. There are two things we can do, three things actually we can do, or maybe four things that we can actually do. First is we can make our own weapons. Okay, that is fine. Fighter jets, sorry, we can make our own fighter jets. Second, what we can do is we can procure it from Russia. That's what we are doing since, I don't know, since we got the independence, maybe since 1960s or 70s. That is our traditional method, that whenever you want fighter jets, go to Russia and you can get it from there. The third is we can buy it from European countries, and we have bought from European countries, mainly from France, and that's from where we are getting the Rafales. Before that, we got the Mirage. So we have this route also of getting the fighter jets. The issue that the fourth thing is that we can get it, the fighter jets, from USA, and that is the one point which we have not explored. We have not explored because we think that USA has some kill switch in the fighter jets, and they can stop the fighter jets from working whenever they want. That is the perception in India. That is the perception basically in the on the social media that I have come across, and that is also the perception if you talk someone who is in this who has the interest in basically this defense system and fighter jets and all these things. So they also have this kind of perception that USA has a kill switch, and basically what is the kill switch, that it can stop your fighter jet from working when you really need it. That is the basically kill switch. So that is one of the reason that we have not gone to USA to procure the fighter jets. Okay, the problem with this theory is that there are two enemy states, enemy countries of USA, which were not the enemies earlier, but now they have become the enemies. One is Venezuela and one is Iran. So in 1979, and in the case of Venezuela, it is till 1990s, they were not the enemies of USA, and they procured the American jets at that time. Currently, Iran is using the fighter jets, those fighter jets, little bit against Israel, and Venezuela is posturing. They are not using, but they are posturing that we can use these fighter jets against you if America invades us. The thing is, America and Iran are not friends. They are anything but friends. Okay. Still, Americans have not used this kill switch to make the fighter jets unviable, or maybe to make them stop working. No, they have not used it at all till now. Same with Venezuela. They have put the sanction on the country. They have put every kind of sanction on that country. The trade, doing the trade with Venezuela is really hard. But the one thing they have not done is they have not used the skill switch thing to stop the fighter jets from working. So maybe it is just a conspiracy, because if they can use the kill switch, they would have used, at least in the case of Iran, but they have not. So this is where I think the kill switch theory is just a conspiracy. And even if, let's say, there is a kill switch, then we have this much talent in our country that we can find the like we can break that software. We can find the solution of that kill switch, so we can procure the fighter jets. And then if they have this kill switch, then we can find the solution for that. We can break that software, we can break that system. So I think that much talent we have. Okay, now, okay, that is fine. So now you will say, why to take the risk? Let's say we spend billions of dollars and we procure, let's say, 100 F-35s, but then we see that there is a kill switch, but we are not able to destroy it, or we are not able to break the software, or maybe we can't even find that where is that kill switch situated in the fighter jet, and then we use the fighter jet against Pakistan, and at the same time the fighter jet stops working. That can happen, and that is the worry of the people who are against the procurement of fighter jets from USA. And I totally get that. But the thing is, why I am insisting on this F-35. If we have 300 F-35s, yes, it is going to be costly. I am pretty certain it is going to be costly. It is going to be a humongous cost. So that is the truth. That is the truth, actually. Let's say 300 fighter jets will be the, because we have to spend at least 40 to 50 billion dollars. So basically 1 year of the whole budget, half 6 months of the whole budget of this our defense budget we have to spend to procure these. Then we have to buy also the weapon system. Then we also have to train the pilots, because we have not used the American jets since our inception as a country. So we have not used the American fighter jets. So that is why we have to train the fighter pilots in a certain way, which we have not trained till now. On the Russian jets we have trained, and on the French jets we have trained. So in the training, in the weapon procurement, in the fighter jet procurement, I think it will be, and then we have to make whole environment for F-35. So I think it will be roughly 40 to 50 billion dollar. But why I'm talking about this 40 and 50 billion dollar? If you can get 300 F-35s in India, okay, if you are able to do that, if you can achieve this 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 thing, this what do you call, uh, this target, if you can achieve this target of procuring the jets from USA, and that to 300 jets and F-35. So the downside is that we will not be able to use those F-35s against Pakistan. That is the downside, because even if there is a kill switch, America is not going to stop us from using our fighter jets against China. That is not going to happen. Okay, because they are the enemies. But Pakistan is not the enemy of USA, and they are like friends. So they can USA can use that kill switch to, so that we do not use the fighter jets against Pakistan. That can happen. Okay, okay, let's grant that theory. But for Pakistan, we have Rafales. For Pakistan, we are making Tejas. For Pakistan, we have the this Su 32. Sukhoi Sukhoi 30, yeah, MKI we have. Mirages also we have. So for Pakistan we have enough. We have enough fighter jets. The problem is with China because we do not know whether it is a truth or whether they are just posturing, whether they are just bluffing. But the rumor is around social media or around these defense talks that China is able to create their own fifth generation fighter jet. We have not created even fourth generation fighter jet. Okay, we have this Tejas that is 4.5th generation, but it is not that remarkable. Okay, like BrahMos, like we have the BrahMos. BrahMos is top notch when it comes to missile technology. Tejas is not that kind of a fighter jet. It is not a top notch fighter jet. So that is one thing. Second thing, anyway, for Tejas, we are procuring the engines of fighter jets from USA only. So you are not fully independent from USA in that regard also. Now you have not able to create the manufacture or create the fifth generation fighter jets, and China is able to do that. The problem with the fifth generation fighter jets is that it is total. It is a what do you call stealth. These are stealth fighter jets, so they can come inside your boundaries or your borders. They can come inside the borders of your country. They can hit the targets, and you won't be able to catch them. Your radars won't be able to detect these fighter jets, and that is the problem. They can come inside your borders. They can blow up your assets, your cities, okay, your parliament, anything. But you won't be able to detect those, and you won't be able to stop those. And that is the whole problem with the fifth generation fighter jets. If you are the enemy, if you are fighting against these fighter jets, whoever is using, they do not have any problem. They are on the top of the fighter jet technology, on the stealth technology, so they are going to enjoy this thing that we can cross the borders, we can hit any target that we want, and nobody is going to able to stop us. Russia is not able to produce such kind of a weapon. Su-57 is not a fully stealth fighter jet. If it had been, then they would have used it against Ukraine. Okay, so same with France. The Rafale is not a stealth fighter jet, fully stealth fighter jet. Same with Euro Typhoon. Same with the Gripen, okay, the Swedish fighter jet. These are not the stealth fighter jets. So, and that is the reason that we do not have any option other than go to USA. Either we go to USA or we get left behind when it comes to the stealth technology. Okay. We don't have to worry about Pakistan because Pakistan won't be able to like they won't be able to buy the F-35s because they don't have that much amount of money, and also even if they buy, they won't be able to uh, operationalize them because it costs too much money. Okay, in the environment that you have to, the system environment that you have to create around the F-35s, it is too costly. So Pakistan won't be able to do that. But China, they have the fifth generation fighter jets, and that is my worry. That is my worry. I love Russia. I think that they were so good with us till now, and they have helped us a lot. In 1970 one war they have helped us, and now we are helping them in their war against Ukraine by buying the Russian oil. That is fine, but we have to think beyond the friendship. Russia is our friend. Still, Russia does all the things, all the what do you call the military exercises uh, with China. They sell the fighter jet engines to Pakistan. They also they also do this thing like they have a good economic relationships with China, and I'm sure that even if someday when China and India goes to war, they are going to choose the side of China, not because they like China, but because they are too dependent on China. So they are thinking beyond the friendship. They are not thinking about India while selling the fighter jet engines to Pakistan. They are not thinking about India when they are indulging in the exercises, the military exercises with China. And they are also not thinking about India when they are having good economic relations. Actually, they are becoming kind of a vassal of China. So they are not thinking about India. They means Putin. Putin is not thinking about India. So I think they are pursuing their strategic interest. The same thing we should do. We have this nostalgia of friendship, and that is a good thing. They helped us a lot, so that is fine. But we have to move beyond this nostalgia. We have to move beyond the this friendship. We have to do that. Otherwise, we will be left behind because if we had the option to buy the fighter jets from Russia, and those were as good as F-35s, and even if they were like little bit costly, so $100 billion we have to pay for one fighter jet if you are buying F-35s. Let's say Su 57, Sukhoi 57 is let's say in 150 million ballpark. Then we would have gone for Su 57. We wouldn't have gone for a cheaper price that we would have been getting if we had gone to procure the weapons from the fighter jets from USA, but we would have gone for 150 million fighter jets if Russia is selling that. That even Russia knows. The problem is even if we pay $150 million to for a one fighter jet, it is not a complete stealth fighter jet. It is not a absolutely fifth generation fighter jet, and that is the worry. That even if we pay extra cost, we are not getting the. I'm not even talking about extra capabilities or extra what do you call specialty or facilities in the fighter jet. I'm not even talking about that. I am talking about that even if we pay the extra money, we want to be able to get what we get in a basic fifth generation fighter jet. So that is why, and the DRDO and Air Force has promised us that we are going to get our own fifth generation fighter jets in 2000 and like moving forward from 2036, I think 2036 is the year, and from that year we are going to get our own fifth generation fighter jets. First, that is 12 years away, 11 to 12 years away from today. That is one thing. and and the condition that we are seeing around the world, that everybody is going to war, you click and then people go to war. That is the thing is happening. Yemen is in war, Russia and Ukraine are fighting, Israel and Syria, Israel and Yemen, Israel and the Egypt, they are fighting. The Sudan is in the civil war. Then we just had the India-Pakistan war, and then Pakistan-Afghanistan war is there. That is going on in the. It's not a full-blown war, but it is kind of a limited war that is going on. So there are several wars that are currently going on around the world. So we don't know what is going to happen in next 12 years. So we can't wait for DRD or Air Force to give us the fifth generation fighter jets in 12 years. That is the one thing. Second thing, we don't even know whether the 12 years promise is valid or not, because we are hearing since 30 years that we are going to get our own fighter jet, and still fighter jet engine, and that promise has still not been completed by these people. So I'm not confident that it is going to be completed this time. They are going to fulfill their promise this time. I'm not sure about that. They will again stumble with some problem, and then again they will increase the deadline. They will push the deadline away. And that is why my worry. And that is my worry, actual worry that I have. So for 12 years, and that is a this optimistic scenario. Absolutely optimistic scenario is that we get the fighter jet within 12 years if everything goes as planned. But it never happens. It did not have it never happened in history, and it is not going to happen in future also. Everything does not go as you plan. So for that you have to plan for contingency, for backup, and I think India should at least one time they should go with the American fighter jets. $50 billion. It is a big amount of money, but we are going to be a $5 trillion of economy. So it is going to be 1% of the economy, 1% of the economy that we are going to have within 1 or 2 years. So I think that is not too much. 50 billion, if you see as a standalone number, it is too much. But if you see in the context that we are going to be a $5 trillion economy, that it is not that much. We can spend 1% of a GDP just to have the best of the fighter jets in at least in Asia. Yeah, you will say that okay, Israel also have the F-35s, but Israel have like 54. Israel has 54 fighter jets, F-35s. We can have 300 because our economy allows us as well, and we also have the need for 300 fighter jets. So yeah, that is what I'm thinking, and that is what I think all the time actually. If we have the 300 fighter jets, then China is not going to take part in a war against us. They are not even going to think about it. 300 F-35s is just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss actually. You can see the performance of Israeli F-35s which they used against Iran. Iran is using the air defense systems given by Russia. They are one generation old, that I agree with. But they are getting bombed and they do not even know that from where these bombs are coming. But you will say, okay, the Russian Mossad actually disabled the air defense systems and then they bombed. But they disabled those systems not because they wanted to use F-35s. F-35s can work absolutely best even when the ADS systems are on. They like destroyed the ADS system because they wanted to use the F-16 also. So the big chunk of the Israeli Air Force is F-16. They have only 54 F-35s. So in one raid they were using at least 300 fighter jets. Yeah, they were using at least 300 fighter jets, and those were F-15, F-16s. So most of these fighter jets were non-stealth. But the spearhead of that campaign was F-35, and the Iranian ADS were not able to down any fighter jet. And I'm sure that Pakistan is not that advanced in comparison to Iran. So they're also using the ADS system given by China to them, and the Chinese air defense system are just this reverse engineering of the Russian ADS. Russian ADS has been used by the Iran, so Iran was not able to down the fighter jet of Israel, and they were humiliated, they were destroyed. But yeah, so that is the thing. We have seen the F-35s in action. We have not seen Su-57 in action anywhere. So the thing which is working, the thing which has been battle tested, we should go for that. That is my theory. That is what I think. You can actually take any field right now. Currently, you can take any field. You can take the field of AI. You can take the field of let's say this pharma sector. You can take the field of defense sector. You can take the field of the social media sector. Okay, e-commerce, banking, entertainment. Take any field, any field. Okay, first take the system of or take the sector of entertainment. Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO, Disney, Bollywood. Okay, oh sorry, Hollywood. Okay, these pop stars, pop music. Okay, combine all this. Combine all this. The MC universe, the DC universe. Combine all this. Do you think that even a single country on the whole planet can come in front of America or can challenge America, or you can compare that country to America when it comes to entertainment? You watch one show or two show from South Korea, okay, that is like world famous. It was Squid Games, yeah, that was world famous. Yeah, girls watch the Korean drama shows, but girls also watch Pakistani drama shows, so I'm not going to go into that. Leave that. But just combine all these things. Warner Bros. And even this MMA, mixed martial arts. Dana White organizes the mixed martial arts. Okay, MMA fights. Not even a single country is able to stand in front of USA when it comes to entertainment. Okay, they create the trend, people follow the trend. So that is the entertainment. Now come to the banking system. Okay, they have JP Morgan, they have Goldman Sachs, they have Morgan Stanley. Okay, they have Citibank, they have so many this huge firms. Okay, this Bain private equity, the consulting companies, BCG, and yeah, Check the financial sector and banking sector. Not even a single country can stand when it comes to financial sector and banking sector against USA. Not even a single country. Okay, whatever the market cap of JP Morgan is, I'm pretty sure that if you combine the market cap of top 10 Indian banks, it will be equivalent to one JP Morgan. The thing I'm trying to say is you can choose any sector and you will not be able to dominate, or you won't be able to beat USA. In e-commerce it is Amazon. In AI it is, we all are using chat GPT, we all are using this cloud A or this perplexity, all these things we are using. So again, so you can choose any sector and USA will beat you hands down. The same thing applies to defense sector also, because it is a whole ecosystem. Okay, because they have the best AI, they are going to use the best AI in their fighter jets. If they have the best design, like the people who make the design, then they are going to use those engineers and people to make the designs. If they have the best satellite system, they are going to integrate the best satellite system into the fighter jets. So that's how you create the environment, because you have the best banking and financial system. So for your R&D, for your research and development, you won't feel the shortage of money. That is how the things go on, and that is how the things move forward, because you have a whole ecosystem, and that is how you are able to build on top of that. And as a result, you see the top notch quality when it comes to defense sector as well. So when we are consuming, when we are using their financial sector, the JP Morgan Bank, Citibank, and all these things, when we are using the pharma sector of theirs, Johnson and Johnson, and all the drugs that we use, which are either innovated or created in US, and then we take the patent. Sometimes we also remove the patents, and but the drugs we are using are actually made in America. The medical devices are made in America, then we use it. So there are several things we are using. Uh, we are consuming their entertainment. I am saying that okay, go one step forward. Try their defense equipment also. We are using their Chinook helicopters as well. So helicopters we are getting from USA. So we can also use the fighter jets. If we are into these, we are using the social media also of Instagram, YouTube, all these things. We banned the TikTok, but we are using all these things, Gmail and all that social, the communication devices, WhatsApp. We are using their phone, Apple. So the the American made products are so deep into our lives, so deep into our lives, that you can't even figure it out. If you want to figure it out, let's say, I am pretty sure that all the top echelon of our society, all these politicians, all these top bureaucrats, all these army people which are on top of the chain, they are using Apple. So if America want to have some eye on our security system, they can use the Apple phone, because everybody is using Apple phone. They can put some kind of a software if they want to do it, or if they have the capability to do it. They will put the software inside the Apple. Everybody is using Apple. Okay, let's say the people in the government. Let's say if they are not using the Apple, their children are using the Apple. Okay, so they have this much capability. You are using the GPS. It is a You are using Gmail. You are using Google. You are using ChatGPT. You are using so many products from US that you don't have to worry about uh, worry about one more product. You are using 100 products already. Just try one more, the fighter jets. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, America has paid me $100 billion. That's how I bought this light that is behind me. That is how I bought my system. You are seeing this earphone. It is worth of $5 million. Get the clear voice from this. You can also see my camera. See, I am looking so good. I am looking. It's because I used the money to put some plastic on my face. The hairs, I have full line of the hairs. The hairline is not receding. Can you see that? Yeah, because I did this hair transplant. Whatever the money I got from USA. So I got the money from USA. I'm like stating it here openly. $100 billion they gave me, and that is how I'm able to live in such a beautiful house. Thank you USA for that. But as I got the money, so I have to spread the message also. So that's what I'm doing here. So, but yeah, you got my point. That we can use the fighter jets of USA as well. Okay, we are doing good in so many sectors. Yeah, we are not doing good when it comes to defense, but that will take time. Until then, we can use one of the best technology that is available around the world. We have to move beyond the friendship because Russia has moved beyond that friendship. And anyway, like Russia is our friend, okay, let's say. They helped us in 1971, okay, let's say. How many people go to Russia for their study, for their jobs, for their businesses, for their startups? How many people go there? Nobody. Hardly 5,000 people. That too, they want to either go for this MBBS because the MBBS is easy there. I don't know if it is easy or not, but they say that it is easier in Russia than it is in India. So people go there to study. Yeah, and what else? Currently, there are 4 million Indians. 4 million Indians are living in US. 4 million Indians are living in US. So I think, US is our US is our like more of an ally than the Russia is because 4 million of our people are working in US because we are using every fucking technology that we can put our hands on, and that has been made in US. Even the credit cards, the Mastercard, Visa, American Express, all from USA. You go in any sector, okay, and you will be using the American products or American services. So why not just one more? Nothing is going to happen. Trust me, nothing is going to happen. Just one more. So yeah, it was the thing that I wanted to talk about. I was thinking about this since uh, actually I was thinking about this before the Operation Sindoor. Yeah, we have the economy and we have good relations with the US. And this Pakistan, actually, this fucker Pakistan is able to stand in front of us since 1971, since the because they are using the American-made fighter jets. We are so much superior to them. Still, we are not able to beat them in a complete. We are not able to annihilate the air force of Pakistan because even though we are superior in training, even though we are superior in economy, even though we are superior in the the number of fighter jets. The the one thing in which we are lacking is the technology that the Pakistan has that they got from America. Now it is our time. We can also get it from America. We have the good relations with America. I think we should use those relations. We should buy the fighter jets from America. I already said it like 10 times, so you can get the idea that how much I am in favor of buying the jets from America. Yeah. So this is my two bits. Thank you for listening to this. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel and keep the comments in the comment box. Give any opinion that you want. I am all ears. I will reply to the every comment in the next video. Go ahead and leave the comments. Yeah. So bye bye for today.